I don't think that I actually saw myself in anything else, even before then, than an African filmmaker. I always set myself in my own setting of my Africanness. So I wasn't discovering myself as an African, but I was discovering a broader, concept of who I was, because the films that I was seeing, for instance, I was seeing them in different languages. You had films that, for instance, Yellen was made in Bambara. You had films from Senegal that was made in Wolof. You had, or a mixture of, of English and indigenous language. So this was just opening me up to something that I had never seen before. Here in South Africa, we had films that were dubbed into Zulu or, another language, but it was really within our scope of what I knew as an African. So when I went there, my perception of who I was broadened up. And I think that was, for me, such a gift that I carried back home with. Because even the way I started dressing up and, some of the little things that I had found, of great inspiration were influencing me differently. And already I was that person, when I left, to go to Paris and study film, that, I just loved being who I was. I felt very comfortable in that, but I questioned a whole host of things even then. And I think this is something that, Lerato, we haven't really spoken about as South Africans. Because during my time, into an weave, when you never even knew what it meant. The weaves, we just didn't even, you had wigs. Women used to wear wigs, but it was not something that was that common. People liked wearing their own natural hairs, and it's a story that is hidden, from our South African cultural conscientious landscape. We just loved being who we were, and I think the fight for liberation, to come out of the clutches of apartheid and oppression, just made us dig ourselves deeper and deeper into who we were, especially those that were in this medium of, cultural spaces where we were storytellers, we were, sculptors, we were crafters, we were whatever, or painters. There was this very strong sense of identity that we felt, and something that really united us as South Africans. So when I went out to Burkina Faso into that landscape of the same kind of collective energy that forged forward to this united aspiration of being Africans together, in this fight for emancipation, was just a powerful affirmation and confirmation of what we could be as Africans if we really, truly focused on that.